evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. As I look around this room and I see so many beautiful faces all here in support of my phenomenal mother, Angela Calabria. My name is Alissa Quinn, and I'm thrilled and delighted to be with you this evening. I do want to share a couple of stories with you, and I truly want to thank, number one, Lauren and Natalia for hosting us in such a beautiful new studio, their second studio, the first in Niskayuna, New York. And secondly, to thank Kevin McGee and the Albany Tango Society and Barbara, who have put this amazing venue together. So please give a round of applause. And David Martinez. David and I are going to perform a little lead follow, but I wanted to share with you why we're all in polka dots this evening. So, this beautiful dress over here was my mama's favorite Argentine tango dress. And in December, I got a beautiful call from one of the gentlemen who is in the state of Minnesota, an attorney, and his lovely wife is a doctor, and they put together a little video montage of how they met my mother. And when she walked into their first studio, she was wearing this beautiful dress, white with black polka dots. And the last time he got to dance with my mother in December, 3 weeks before she passed, she was wearing the same white dress with black polka dots. So they put together a beautiful Milonga in the state of Minnesota, where she resided over the last 4 years, and they did a beautiful tribute to her. So I thought it was just such a lovely idea and fun and lighthearted to celebrate a long, beautiful life, age 94. Woo! So I'll just share with you literally the last 3 weeks of her life. I went on Thanksgiving to spend the holidays with my brother, Mark Calabria, and his wife, Mary, and their 4 beautiful children. We had a magnificent Thanksgiving. The next day, my mother, my brother, and I went to the Museum of Fine Arts in Minnesota. We went to see the Botticelli exhibit, and in the middle, we also saw a beautiful Buddha exhibit, and feel free to ask me about that another time. And at the end of it, we were dropped off for a birthday dinner, and it happened to have been a big birthday for me that we all celebrated together as a family. And then my brother dropped us off at a ballroom dance that my mother was insistent that she find for me when I was there in Minnesota. And there was about 60 people in the parking lot, the cars in the parking lot. We went in, and we weren't sure we were going to actually get to dance because this was new for me being out of town. Bottom line, my mother at age 94 danced for 2 hours straight. She had a magnificent time, and she was insistent. She could not, she was much to her dismay, could not find an Argentine tango dance on Thanksgiving weekend, but she was able to find a ballroom dance. So we videotaped each other, we danced with each other as we were doing foxtrots and tangos and mambos and fun. No Argentine tango, but we had a beautiful connection that evening. The following Thursday, my sister and I have Zoomed with my mother for the past 4 years. My mother could navigate an iPad better than most people in this room. And she would get on there, and unfortunately she had a cough. It was literally 5 days later, and she developed pneumonia, and it was a very quick process. And what I'll share with you is the last week, when we knew she really was quite ill, she had communicated with us that she really felt that this was it. She had a beautiful long life. And so at that moment in time, I had on my cell phone a list of 52 of my most beautiful memories with my mother. And I had it on my phone because 4 years ago, she was in hospice care, and we thought that was it. So I pushed the button, and I sent the 52 items to my mother, and she emails me back, and she says, "You forgot 2 items." The 2 items were, we used to smush your little feet and blow hot air into them, and at night when we tucked you in bed, you forgot that one. And you forgot that we used to bring you to culturally enriching things like proctors and all of these things. I said, "You're absolutely right, Mama, it's 54, absolutely 54. So we had such an amazing, amazing connection. I was one of the only siblings of the four of us who's remained in the capital region, so I had the most beautiful time with her. The very last week, I chose to host a very intimate, impromptu gathering with a few Argentine tango friends, and we did it out on my back porch, and we shared some lovely stories, and I see some of you in the room tonight. And it was lovely. I made a beautiful flower arrangement for my mother, and just tried to celebrate, really take in the moment. And my brother Carl and Mark were both there with her the last week, and she had wonderful care all the way around. And the last night, she said, my brother shared with me that she was no longer able to communicate. This was it, this was the passing, this was the time. And so I was home, it was 10 o'clock at night, my phone rings. And I thought, okay, this might be the call, this is hospice, and it's a beautiful passing. And it was my mother, and she couldn't communicate in any way. She was trying very hard. And at that point, I was a mess, you know, just trying to console her, trying to give her peace. And the aide got on the phone and said, your mother just needed to call you one last time. And I said, okay, Mama, I'm here. We're going to be fine. We're all fine. The kids are fine. The grandchildren are fine. Papa's waiting for you. Your mother's waiting. We're going to be fine. And I tried everything just to try to give her peace. And about 40 minutes into our conversation, she somehow communicated to the aide that was there to pull out her Argentine tango silver dance shoes, which we have here this evening. And she brought them over to her. And at that moment, I knew what to do. I had my phone in my right ear. I pulled out my iPad in my other. I streamed Pandora and started playing Argentine tango music. And I played for about 20 minutes. And at that point, the aide said, she's ready to sleep for the evening, slept through the night, and the following day she passed very peacefully. So I know she's with us today. I know she's dancing with my papa. And so as a tribute to her, I started trying to learn a little bit of proper Argentine. I'm a ballroom girl, as most of you know. And so this is me dabbling, and I've had the great pleasure to take a few lessons with her beloved instructor, not only with Kevin McGee, but also with David Salvatierra and his beautiful wife, Maya Martinez, who's our DJ for the evening. So, as I shared with David, this is a work in progress, so I know you'll be kind, and I'm just going to do my best. And for those who want to know, the polka dots on my dress are stickers.